What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning into this video where today we're talking about navigation while on a road trip. We're talking about GPS. What do I use? What should you use? And in what situations? So I am an Apple user, so I have an iPhone. So I primarily use Apple Maps and Waze. Now, if you've never heard of what Waze is a crowdsourced navigation app. I think it's by Google. But either way, what happens is people self-report different things on the road. So there's the GPS, which is done by the company, and then they report traffic, potholes, speeding cameras, police, the speed that you're driving. All kinds of different things are reported by people because people want to earn points, get higher rankings, and that kind of thing. So for me, I use Waze and Apple Maps because those two give me a good feeling for the different situations that I'm in. So when I'm traveling and I'm in like a big city or somewhere that's established that I know Waze has the roads for, because Waze doesn't have the roads, doesn't know about all the small roads and things like that. When I'm in a big city, I use Waze because I get that accurate traffic. I get that ability to know where the police are, where the speed cameras are, where the red light cameras are. It's really nice to have that. It's really convenient. So I use Waze for those situations. When I know I'm in the city, I want to get around quick, I don't want to be stuck in traffic, because a lot of times, unfortunately, Apple Maps fails to do a good job at avoiding traffic, predicting the accurate amount of time when there is traffic, that kind of thing. Now, on the other hand, when I'm out like in a national park or out in the middle of nowhere, Apple Maps tends to have more of those maps, and I think it's just because they've been around longer, they've done more documentation. I don't want to say per se why they have more, but they just seem to have more. So I usually use Apple Maps when I'm going like in like the Pacific Northwest, somewhere that's not really well mapped, or like in the middle of like Oregon, or like in the middle of the trees. Now again, I still have that problem of like tree coverage and like no service and all that stuff. But when I do have service, it seems that Apple Maps does a better job. Now, when I'm also in the cities though, I decide to use Apple Maps if I'm walking around or if I'm on my bike trying to get from place to place, because then traffic doesn't matter. I can have the option to choose the walking path. There's no bike path yet, which annoys me on Apple Maps. They really should do that. But I use the Apple Maps for that reason as well. Now, I'm sure it's very similar if you have like an Android phone and you use the Android maps. I can't say for sure. Sorry, I don't know, and I don't have an Apple Android phone. I mean, not Apple Android. I don't have an Android phone to test anything with, so I can't say for sure. But if you're debating, if you're an Apple user and you're debating what to use, that's kind of the way I break it down. There's also, you can use like MapQuest and those things before you go on your trip. Before I go on my trips, I use like Google Maps to kind of just like map everything out. But when I'm going from place to place, it's really Waze and Apple Maps that I use the most, because they really give me that flexibility. Waze is also really nice because you can add in stops. So like if you're going somewhere and then you decide you have to go somewhere else. I also use Gas Buddy when I'm traveling to save money on gas. So my Gas Buddy is connected directly to Apple Maps, so it makes it really easy for me to just like click, oh, that's the closest gas station, load into Apple Maps. So those are a couple of the reasons why I choose Apple Maps versus Waze when I'm traveling. It really gives me that full experience. And like, if I can't find a road with Waze, just jump to Apple Maps. Or if I want to see quickly, because Waze is a lot easier to to type something in than, I'm not sure what I said. Apple Maps is a lot easier to type something in than on Waze, because on Apple Maps, you can just go straight to typing. Waze, it makes you say, are you a passenger? Like if you're moving, it'll ask you, are you a passenger? You have to click OK, passenger, and then like type in. So if I just need a quick glimpse at where something is, I'll use Apple Maps. But if I really want those accurate, speedy directions, it's really Waze. So with that being said, those are my tips and tricks for navigating when on a road trip. If you guys have any questions about navigating or about anything about road trips or about anything else that you see on this YouTube channel, feel free to reach out to me. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel and share it with somebody you know, because for me, the way that I make this YouTube channel succeed and reach as many people as possible, which is my goal, and help them, have epic adventures of their own, is by you all sharing it with the people that you know, somebody who you think might be interested, or just sharing it for me. So if you could, please hit the subscribe button, share with somebody you know who might be interested, and then I'll catch you all in the next video. But until next time, high five!